cheating and using a pre-made shell. Oops. You want your shell to sit at room temperature for a little while, soften up. Okay, so I'm going to let this sit right here in the shell before I try pressing it all in.
Yeah.
It's a little brittle right now. I'm going to let it warm up a little bit.
Yeah, it's
come more to room temperature. So while that's sitting, all right. So for this, now normally I eyeball this kind of thing, but for just for shits and giggles here, we're gonna go ahead and measure. So there's one. And 2. So that should be enough for that. And should, okay. Okay, so that was what? 3 little handfuls, and then 1 little handful here. And then a sprinkly dashy dash over here.
Oh yeah, the good stuff.
Okay. Now we'll give this a shaky shake. What I'm doing here is coating the apples before they have a chance to turn brown. So, oops. Like I said, I have a lot of apples here. Should make a nice tall pie.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So we got flour, we got sugar, and some cinnamon coating these apples. And it's all rough. Okay. Doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. All right. Let those sit. Let me wash my hands real quick.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty then. Okay, so that's 2 cups, right? Let's put some sugar in there.
Mm-hmm.
1. 2. 2.5, 2/3. Okay. Now, we need some butter. Shake. Might be a little more than I need. Well, it's going to break down a little bit. Okay. Alright, so I got 2 sticks of butter here, and I'm going to go ahead and chop this into small pieces. That's going to speed up my grinding process here. Now you want to use firm butter here because you don't want to, if it's too soft, then you're just going to end up making a big gooey mess. So we want pieces of butter so that we can create crumbles. Okay, we want crumbles here. show. Let's make some crumbles. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is break the pieces of butter apart. Okay. There we go. Now they'll be coated. And now I'm squeezing and squishing. And what we want to do is grind this all in. It takes a little bit of work, I must say. Okay, so you got to be patient with it. Give your hands a workout here. Oh yeah. See how it's starting to become chunky?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm looking for. So, I'm going to leave some little pieces of butter, you know. But yeah, see, basically I'm grinding the sugar and the flour into the butter to make it kind of mealy. And like I said, this is a messy job, you know. This is probably, well, other than doing all the apples.
Well,
Yeah, this is probably the most work you got here. But it's awfully good. I like a nice Dutch apple. Dutch topping, crumb topping. I don't like the crust, double crust myself. Unless it's like a cherry pie. Cherry pie, oh yeah, no, now you're talking double crust. But for an apple, I like the crumb
Dutch
on top.
crumb.
Yeah. And notice I'm not putting any cinnamon in it. Okay.
right.
Some people will put cinnamon, in the crumb topping as well. I think that's a little overkill myself. I like to have the crumb be just your straight buttery vanilla, simple,
Right.
rich flavor, and then the cinnamon be all about the apples.
Right.
But that's just, like I said, my preference.
Personal choice, basically.
Absolutely, 100%.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right, let me wash again. Okay, back to this. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay. See how that just fit right in now. Now we got this to deal with. So it's nice and soft, so just basically reform it.
Mm-hmm. It's pliable.
Mm-hmm. Wow, it's amazing how much humidity is in the air here. Okay, and there we be. Okay, so I'm all pressed in. Now, I know.
Heavenly.
Yeah, wait till it starts baking.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever Sandy's making apple pies, that smell fills the house, and I'm just like,
Heck yeah. It's nothing but delicious goodness.
oh, definitely.
Okay, so now this looks like it's like too much, but it's
gonna soak down.
It's gonna bake down. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. So, but what I try to do is pack it, so to speak. Because knowing it's going to break down, I might as well get the shape that I want it to be in from the first place.
Right.
That way I can put the topping on.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get this down a little lower. Also, I'm going to just open that up a little bit so you make a little room for the topping. Okay.
Sure.
All right, now this is the key here. What a lot of people miss about their apple pies is the butter. More butter. More butter. Okay, so I'm going to take actually another half a stick. Okay. Cut it into pieces again. Not so small. And there we go. What happens here is this butter will melt down and mix with the flour that we put on the apples. And that's how you get that nice body, for the apple pie. You get that nice filling taste without, doing like cornstarch and apple juice and, all that kind of stuff. So this is about as natural as it gets. And good Lord, this is delicious.
Smells good already.
Okay. Okay, so there's that. Get this out of the way. And now we're just going to use our topping here. Oh, man.
That pie, some love, right?
Oh, this pie's got the love, man. Oh, this is a well-loved pie, let me tell you. And I'll tell you what, everyone that eats this pie is going to feel the love. And they're going to love this pie. I guarantee. Oh, yeah. All right, so, folks, this is ready for the oven. We're going to bake it a little hot, okay? I'm going to, kick it up about 10 degrees extra than I normally would, just to get a little extra color. But basically, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to bake this until it actually starts bubbling out. That's when I know an apple pie is done. When you got bubbles, when the apple is cooking and turning to liquid, and you have bubbles and liquid coming out, I wait until, I can not only see that, but actually spills out a little bit. That's what I'm shooting for. And like I said, it's probably going to take a good 45,
50 minutes.
At least. I would say probably at least 50 minutes, maybe an hour, probably an hour. 50, I would say 50 to 55,
Okay.
So let's just set this aside for now. Okay, so with this project, now I'm going to make I'm going to do a pineapple upside down cake. And I would pretty much call this step here, putting the paper in the bottom of the pan, about the most important step of all.
Oh, I feel sick like nothing.
It don't come out real easy, that's for sure. Okay, I went in about an inch. Got my paper. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's that. Now, where's that? Okay. Okay, so. Ugh. I'm using salted butter. I normally do because I always forget to add salt. Most of my recipes need salt. So I just cut right to the chase with that. Okay. Can't go wrong on the butter. Almost a full stick here. Yeah, let's just call it a full stick. Okay, now brown sugar. Brown sugar. Sprinkle it right in. Don't be bashful about it. There's your flavor. That should be enough. Thank you.
Hey, you're not going to get an argument out of me.
No. Okay. All right. There we go. Maybe a little bit more right there. We want to be thorough. So what's going to happen is during the baking process, that butter is going to obviously melt nice. Brown sugar is going to soak right in. And pineapple will sizzle away. Oh, this should be delicious. Okay. Mm-hmm. Chowies. These are small, so I'm not going to cut them in half. See? A lot of times they're a lot bigger. In which case you cut them in half and put the rounded part down.
Right.
Okay. This is the crushed. Big difference between the crushed and the tidbits. or the chunks. You don't want the tidbits and you don't want the chunks. You want the crushed. And you don't want to cut yourself. That's a no-no. Mm-hmm. This is going to be one meaty cake.
I got no problem with that.
No, of course not. Okay, so now, oh my gosh, it already weighs like 3 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to make a little yellow mix. Third. Alright. Here's the secret, folks. Don't tell anybody, I don't want to have to shoot you. Alright. We sift our mix. Give it a little sifty sift. Get rid of all them little chunky lumps. Okay. One. And two. And 3. Okay, now let's do a little mixy mix. We got our 3, add our water and oil. Again with the right arm. I know. Now, this is definitely more than I need. Okay, I only need about 2/3 of this. If I put the whole thing in, it's just going to overflow. It'll make a terrible, god-awful mess. It's just not enough room in the pan to bake. I mean, this is how much batter you would bake this pan if there was nothing in it already.
Right.
Okay, so that's basically where we're at. So I'm just going to pour some of this in. Okay. And that's, well, maybe a little bit more. Move it around and see what happens here. Yeah, no.
Just a little more.
Just a wee little bit. Well, you got to cover that pineapple.
Right.
Yeah, but seriously, if I put all that batter in there, even though it doesn't look like that much, that would make a giant difference in that pan.
Right.
So, anyway. All right, so that being said, folks, we're gonna turn the oven on. We're gonna cut this video off so that you don't have to hear all the noise. And I'm sure we'll probably come back and show you once they're out of the oven. But we're looking at baking this guy for a while, and I'll time it, of course. And like I said, that pie, that's going to need some time. So we're going to heat up the oven. It's going to take 10-15 minutes. So we'll be back in an hour or so. It'll just be a little short blip for you, though. Stay tuned.
And if anybody wants to guess how long it takes to bake each thing, put it in the comments.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We'll give you a shout out on the next video.
Let's get a little...
interaction, man.
Well, you get a little, banter going,
Yeah.
Sure. So, okay. So, and then we're going to end up enjoying these tomorrow with family. So maybe we'll end up cutting in and doing a quick little addendum to the video on that. Who knows? We'll see. Whatever the powers that be decide will be. All right. So let's bake and time it. We'll be back.
Okay, we're rolling. When you're ready.
We be rolling?
We're rolling.
All right, folks. Welcome back. We have things that are done. So, first up, I wanted to show you the pie. Oh. Okay. So this is what I was talking about here with the drippies. Look at that. Okay. And you look at this. Okay. Look at that. See all that?
Oh.
That's all drippy juice. Oh, that is just nothing but goodness right there. Okay. See how, it kept a lot of its crown, but remember how tall that was when I put that in the oven? I mean, look, I had to take the top shelf out of the oven in order to get that thing in there to fit. So anyway, now this needs to just sit. I'm not gonna put it in the fridge. Okay, it's just gonna sit overnight and cool and rest. And tomorrow we're gonna. Oh man! I can't wait to enjoy this.
You and me both.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk about it again.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put this on the rack. And just for the record, I let that bake for exactly 57 minutes. Okay, and here we are with the pineapple upside down cake. And this guy baked exactly 37 minutes. Okay, so I baked it 37 minutes, and then I pulled it out, I let the pie go, and basically I let it bake for about an hour. So, alright, so now I've let this sit on the rack. Now this has been sitting for a little while, good 25 minutes or so. And I'm going to go ahead and pop it out. Now, basically, you don't want to... Okay, I'm going to take it out of its pan. You don't want to do this when it's fresh out of the oven. You want to let it set up for a little bit. You want to let everything rest, congeal, solidify, and then pop it out and on top. Okay, so let's just... Oh, boy. Did you hear that?
I heard that. Oh my God, that looks perfect.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that is way happening. Oh man.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Look at all that brown sugar yumminess. You got a little extra pineapple in the center.
Definitely.
Oh, look at that. And it just popped right off of that paper. All nice. Look at that.
Beautiful thing.
Easy. Okay, now again, this is going to sit on the rack overnight, not go in the fridge. Okay, I'm just going to let it sit at room temperature. Okay, I'm going to let it cool a little bit, and then I'm gonna cover it up. Okay, I'm not gonna wrap it with Saran wrap because I don't want the whole thing to get all mushy. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take another one of these parchment sheets. Okay, and I'm basically gonna just set it on top in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. You know, let it get cool. But yeah, that's
Yeah, because
basically what's
it's
gonna
still
happen.
kind of gelatinous. You want it to solidify,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. You want
Gotcha.
to set up, you know. But now is the perfect time to pop it from the pan while everything's soft.
Oh, yeah.
Yet, you know, starting to tighten up. But yeah, I'm very happy with the way that popped right out, and I think that's just going to be.
That looks beautiful.
Oh man, talk about yummy! Wow, can't wait. You got all kinds of brown sugar underneath this too.
Oh,
You know, I mean, yeah. Wow, that's going to be delicious.
sure is.
Cheat a little bit right here, I guess. So.
It's okay.
Oh, stop it. What about? Yeah. All right.
Don't tempt me to lick the freaking parchment paper. I'll
All
tell
right. I know. Tomorrow can't come quick enough.
you. Dang right.
All right. All right. I'm going to put this away.
Yeah, we will dive into that. You know we will.
All right. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay. Well, folks, I guess, you know, hopefully we'll get back to this video and tell you how it is. If not, I hope you've enjoyed watching us make these wonderful goodies. Nice apple pie for 4th of July. Nothing more American than good old apple pie, right? Especially baked from scratch. And that pineapple upside down cake, oh my God, that's going to be so good. All right. Well, hope you folks have a good holiday, and we'll see you next time.